Did you know that the Bible actually teaches that Satan rebelled against God 3 times? Well, we've already looked at the first 2 in previous messages. So let me ask you this question. Do you think that if Satan was going to rebel against God, he would just come right out and do it? I mean, obviously that would be the easy way out for him. He could have just said, "You know what? I'm tired of being God's underling. I'm going to go ahead and start my own kingdom." But no, that's not how Satan operates. And the Bible actually teaches that Satan, when he rebelled against God, did not rebel outright, but lobbied the angelic host. He traded in ideas, promises, and power, and he wound up winning 1/3 of the angels to his way of thinking. So the real question is, how do you win a cosmic civil war? Well, the answer is very simply stated, but difficult to explain. You need to get someone else to do the fighting for you. Now, you can see this all throughout Scripture. I mean, even Jesus, when he was here on the earth, never performed a miracle apart from the Father. Never one. And the reason for that is because the power of Satan is very real, and you cannot just walk up to him and take his stuff. You have to have a strategy. And so Lucifer or Satan, whatever name you want to use, he uses people to accomplish his purposes. He used Eve in the garden. He used King Saul to try to kill David. He used Judas to betray Jesus. And likewise, he uses people in the church to further his own agenda. So what was the result of Lucifer's rebellion? Well, let's read it together in Revelation 12. A great sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a fiery red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems were upon his horns. His tail swept away 1/3 of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. And I heard the dragon shouting in anger against the woman, "I am about to cast your children out into the wilderness, where they will be killed." The cosmic civil war. This is the war that's spoken of in the book of Enoch, the war between Michael and his angels and Lucifer and his angels. Michael and his loyal hosts fought against Lucifer and his followers, and it was a fierce battle. It says that the stars fell out of the sky like a result of their battle. But ultimately, Lucifer lost. It says that he was defeated and cast out like lightning. Now notice this, that the earth became the impact zone of his fall. And so, there's a lot of people who believe that this is the cataclysm that's spoken of in Genesis 1, where it talks about the earth being formless and void. Now, if you look at our videos that we've done on the age of the earth and all that, I've given arguments for both sides. There are some who say that this is speaking of the original creation, and therefore the earth must be billions of years old. But I don't agree with that. I believe that this is not the original creation, but rather a recreation after the fall of Lucifer. In other words, 6 days is not the original creation, but the restoration of creation. God reconstructs the world from chaos, from the flood, and then Adam is established as priest-king of the new order. But I want you to notice something else. It says that the dragon, having been defeated, his tail swept away 1/3 of the stars of heaven and cast them to the earth. This is the flood of Lucifer before Noah's flood, because we know that there was giants in the earth in those days, Nephilim, sons of God, sons of men. And so what happened was that the demons left the atmosphere, left heaven, and entered the bodies of the sons of men. And that caused the Nephilim, the giants, to exist in the earth during that time. Well, hopefully that helps you see the bigger picture of what's really going on. And I'll tell you what, when you understand the warfare, then you can begin to fight in the warfare. If you'd like to know more about spiritual warfare, I've attached a link in the description of this video. Check it out. It's a wonderful study. Well, thanks so much for joining us here at the channel. Remember, the information that you've been given here is worth far more than silver or gold. So be sure to share it with others. Until next time, thanks for watching.